OddsSportsBookReview.com. Colorado on the road to take on Stanford. Stanford 2, 49.5 the total. Coach of the year, McIntyre, no question. Last two seasons before he arrived in Boulder, they were 2-10 and 1-11. Now his first recruiting class, they're seniors, 5-2 straight up. They are 6-0 ATS, and they've beaten the spread by 81 points. That works out to 13.5 per game. But the market's catching up now. Last year, Stanford was laying 16 on the road, and they won 42-10. Here, the line's only 2.
Yeah, and really, when you project it, that's a 3-touchdown difference based on the alternate home fields between the two teams. Stanford, they're down from last year. They're probably down double digits from last year in my power range. I think 10 or 11 points. And Colorado's up 10 or 11 points where they were a year ago. So perhaps that significant adjustment is merited, but it's been a pretty one-sided series in the past. That being said, all of a sudden we talked about McIntyre and what he's built here. And in terms of a program that had nothing. The cupboard was absolutely bare when he got here. And it's taken 4 years. And now, finally, he has enough depth, enough quality depth to play his physical style. I've been doing a lot with the quotes from opposing coaches. Let's talk about the quote from Arizona State's Todd Graham after they lost 40-16 to Colorado earlier this season. Quote, "They ran the ball on us unlike anybody has run it in the whole time I've been at Arizona, and the whole time I've been at Arizona State. No excuses. They kicked our tail. They just blocked our butt. I don't think anybody has done that. It wasn't real complex." What does that tell us? That physical style, Colorado football, well, in theory, that's supposed to be Stanford's strength. It hasn't necessarily been this year. It's been Colorado's strength, which makes this for an interesting matchup.
Yeah, and watching that game last week against Notre Dame, they didn't have McCaffrey. They might not have McCaffrey again. Burns was so-so against a horrible Notre Dame defense. It was the defense that had a pick six for Stanford and got them back in the game. They were down 10-0 at the half. So this kid has really struggled. And, I mean, if they don't have McCaffrey, I don't think this offense can do anything.
Well, Bryce Love last week, and they didn't miss McCaffrey. I mean, I shouldn't say they didn't miss McCaffrey, because you're going to miss McCaffrey. But Bryce Love, 23 carries, 129 yards. He scored a touchdown. He converted a two-pointer. It's not like they're hopeless if McCaffrey doesn't play. But obviously, when a team is without their number one offensive weapon, a legitimate Heisman candidate, and there aren't a whole lot of above-average weapons on that offense other than the one guy, it's a huge loss. And I think, McCaffrey, one of the rare running backs that is legitimately worth something significant to the point spread. Should he play or should he sit?
Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey, SportsBit viewers, tune into the Only Odds Couple show for today, Thursday, October 20th. Mike Brenner and I both had the Cubs yesterday, and we both cashed with it, and we are not passing on today's game. We're giving a pick. We're both on the same side. Tune into the show to find out what our pick is and why, right, Mike Brenner?
Absolutely. When you get all that valuable information over there at Teddy and Paulie's house, come on over here, because we got some playoff picks as well, and they're going to be cashing.